Number 6. The temperature in Boston was negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit on Sunday at 1:10 p.m. It increased by 2 degrees Fahrenheit every minute until 1:50 p.m. What was the temperature at 1:50 p.m.? So the first question here is how long has passed? From 1:10 to 1:50 is going to be 40 minutes. Since the temperature increased 2 degrees every minute, and there are 40 minutes, this means it increased 80 degrees. The original temperature was negative 15, plus this 80 degree increase gives us 65 degrees Fahrenheit at 1:50. Number 7. Parking in Laura's parking garage cost a $5.50 flat rate plus an additional $1.75 per hour. If Miguel has between $12.50 and $23 to spend on parking, how many hours can he park for? We want to express this as an inequality. So let's start on the lower end of that. He wants to spend more than $12.50. It's going to cost $5.50 for a flat rate plus $1.75 for each hour. So this is what's going to be changing, is this $1.75. Subtracting $5.50 from both sides gives $7 should be less than 1.75x. Dividing both sides by 1.75 gives us 4. So he needs to park for more than 4 hours. What about the other end? Well, we also know he wants to spend less than $23. The cost has not changed, so $5.50 flat rate plus $1.75 per hour. We subtract $5.50 from both sides. And 23 minus $5.50 gives us $17.50, which should be greater than 1.75x. Dividing both sides by 1.75 gives us that 10 should be greater than x. Expressing this as an inequality tells us that we need to park between 4 and 10 hours. Number 8. A student scored 70 points on a test that had 4 7-point fill-in-the-blank questions and 24 3-point multiple choice questions. If the student answered one fill-in-the-blank question correctly, how many multiple choice questions did the student answer correctly? Well, his one fill-in-the-blank question was worth 7 points. Each of the multiple choice questions are worth 3 points, and we want to know how many of these. And this total should add up to a 70. Subtracting 7 from both sides gives us that 3x is equal to 63. Dividing both sides by 3 gives us that he answered 21 of the multiple choice questions correctly. Number 9. A car rental business rents a compact car at a daily rate of $25.20 plus 20 cents per mile. Mike can afford to spend $48 on the car rental for one day. How many miles can he drive and stay within his budget? So the car will cost $25.20 plus 20 cents per mile. So this per mile is what's changing, so it'll get the variable. And we want to spend $48. Subtract 25.20 from both sides. And this gives that 20 cents times x should be equal to $22.80. Dividing both sides by 0.20 gives that he can drive 114 miles and still stay within his budget. Number 10. Francis's cab company charges $2.50 for a pickup plus $2 for every mile driven. How much would you pay to travel 32 miles? Well, it's going to cost $2.50 to be picked up and then $2 for each mile. And we want to travel a total of 32 miles. 2 times 32 is 64, and 64 plus 250 would mean we would spend a total of $66.50. How far could you travel for $85? Well, it's still going to cost $2.50 to be picked up and $2 for each mile. And we want this to cost $85. Subtracting 250 from both sides gives that 2x should be equal to $82.50. Divide both sides by 2 to get that we could travel a total of 41.25 miles.